There's a real reason that we don't consider, sis, about Black men that have, that's the source of why they leave, why they end up in jail, and why some of them resent us. Okay? I can't get all the way into it right now because I've got to unpack it. I'll do that in a couple of days. Okay? But I want to get you started because it's something worth thinking through. And I would like for you to definitely share, definitely comment. I want to hear your thoughts on this, and I really would love for you to get this to as many Black women as possible. And I'll definitely I'll deep dive on it this week, but I want to get you started right now because it blew my mind when it landed. Okay, so here's the thing that I'm dealing with. Okay, you and I both know that we have historical wounds because of the institution of North American slavery. We're clear on that. Okay. Here's something, oh, and let me say this for people who don't know me. Hi, I'm Dr. Venus, your hot mess millionaire. Um, ah, I'm a PhD chick. I'm a cultural theorist. I have a background in identity formation. Okay, and so and I'm also a businesswoman, and I'm really good at money. And uh, my focus is on healing Black women so that we are emotionally and economically free. Okay, and I am taking on humanizing Black men because Black women, we have wounds that really interact with his wounds, and we don't know we do. It's one of the reasons why we haven't been able to build together. All right. And I'm committed that we build together. All right. And so I just want to get the context in so y'all know where I'm speaking from. So, sis, girl, okay, check this out. My boyfriend, okay, he's a great guy. All right. And he's a very Black man. He's a Black man. All right. And one of the things that I've had to contend with is provision. Okay. This is what I need y'all to hear from me, all right? And I swear I wish I had more time right now, but this is what I want you to hear and start playing with. Please share this video now. Tag sisters, do something. Hurry up, because this could save your marriage. This could save the life of your son. This could make the difference for your uncle, your cousin. This could have you thrive and be a multimillionaire with the Black men in your life if you get this one piece. And this is the thing. Because of the history of slavery in North America, okay? Black women have a historical wound around being heard. This is why voice is so important to us. Our screams weren't heard, we weren't protected historically, all right? Black men have a historical wound around being respected. Because of slavery, they were targeted because of their physical ability to beat motherfuckers' ass, right? They were torn down. Okay, so that's something you've heard me speak about before. But here's something I haven't spoken about that is showing up in my relationship that I want to pass on to you, which is this. My 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 guy has a real big value on providing for me. Now, I'm an independent woman. And if you're an independent woman, holla at your girl. Okay. I can take care of myself. I got my own, blah, blah, blah. Very neo. You know what I'm saying? Like Miss Independent, right? And so I love him for him. I don't love him for his money. Okay. Now here's the thing. I need you to imagine for a moment, ladies, check this out. Could you imagine being beat, whipped, hurt, and chained in front of the woman or the people or your children and being made to generate wealth, product, cotton, sugarcane, whatever, in service of somebody else's wealth to provide for his family, but you can't provide for yours. Walk with me on this, sis. Think this through. If you think about all the Black men that you know and love who have left or who have ended up in jail or who resent Black women for who have their own, take the case that that is a historical wound around them not being able to provide. Brain, I need y'all to walk this wall with me so you understand what I'm saying. See, I thought that I really did think that my guy was flexing because he buys groceries. He's really big on taking care of me, but I can take care of me. So we have fights about, like, I got this. He's like, no, I got this. Okay, I got this. I can do me. So my independence triggers his inability to provide. Now, it's not the truth, but that's how it feels. Do you understand? And I want you to understand this so you can really, really, really receive it in your heart space. Every brother that you know who's ended up in jail, if you think about it, he didn't end up in jail because he wanted to buy some tennis shoes. He ended up in jail because he was trying to provide for his family. He was trying to provide. The reason why we go illegal, and I'm speaking as a witness, hallelujah, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, is because the society don't give us opportunity to do anything else. You see what I'm saying? So if a black man can't get a job because he has a record, or if a black guy can't get a job because he has the skills because the teachers railroaded him into special learning classes, or if a black man can't provide because he has special needs and no one diagnosed him. So what the fuck is that? What else he want to do? What else is he going to do but do something illegal so he can provide? Okay, honey, I'll be finished in a minute. I'm not going to be late. That's happy. Okay? And we don't hold it like that. We hold it like a threat or talking down or making us feel weak. At least I have. Let me say myself. Tell you about myself, right? But the point of it is this. My father, and I want you to walk with this because I'm healing my father wound as I'm being with my man, right? Is my father walked away. And I blamed him for walking away because I thought he didn't love me. You see what I'm saying? But what I look at now as I've matured, emotionally matured, what I'm being with is, oh, damn. A lot of times black men walk away because they're ashamed. They're ashamed they can't take care of us. They can't be with the failure of what it means to be a man in a society that rewards men for the ability to provide. And yet they have been literally, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually handicapped in being able to provide for that which they love. Do you understand? But we don't hold it like that. I didn't hold it like, oh, damn, this is a wound for him. And I'm going to tie one piece in there, God. I'm going to get one piece in there. For him not to provide for me is like a mother, a black woman, a mama not being able to protect her kid. It's in the same house for him. Okay? And it's not about ego. It's no more about ego than it is about you being Hasidity because you want to feel good about your body. That's not ego. That's a sense of self. That's your sense of self. That's you with you. That's you feeling good about you. And if historically you have been literally purposefully positioned to not be able to provide, literally not be able to make money, to take care of your family, this, like for centuries, that is a bleeding open wound. That is not ego. Ego is too simple. If it was ego, then you just suck his dick and it'd be over. But it's not. It keeps coming back. Do you understand? It's not that. It is literally his identity is literally under fire because he has been robbed of the opportunity to provide for that which he loves. Do you see what I'm saying? So I have some other pieces to it. I want to tie God into it. I can't do it now because I got to run because I got a client. But I need you to hear this. So I want you to look in your own life with your men and ask yourself, do you let them provide? And I'm going to get into a different conversation about provision being more than just money, but I can't do it now. But I want you to understand, look to see how you hold, and I'm not saying this, be gentle, sis. And brothers, do not try to, let me talk to us. Don't talk to, let me do it. I'm better at it than you. Don't you try to correct her. I got this, okay? Let me do my job and you'll have wonderful women around you, okay? But what I'm trying to say is, if you have more money than him and you flex, you are evoking 400 years of rage and anger. If he feels that way, you can be prepared for him to be mad at you because you become the opportunity set that reminds him that he is a failure as a man. And there's not a lot of language for that. We get the fall. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's giving them to me. We get the fallout of it. But I want you to understand something, sis. Society has trained us to treat black men like shit because that's how society treats them, and they get no grace. They get blamed for everything, and they're always the scapegoat for other people's shit. Okay, what I want you to understand, and this is as I heal, and I've done it. Look, I'm the president, and I'm a client of my own work. Okay, but we have as black women, we have accidentally walked into a landmine that was created in oppression. And there hasn't been tending to the oppression and the wound that has us not be able to thrive financially or emotionally together. Does that make sense? So I'm unpacking that as I live it, okay? And I want to say this one more thing. Let me say this and then I'll stop. I gotta stop. But I want you to keep sharing and keep tagging. This is an important conversation. Look, who else is talking about this? Help me reach us, okay? When a black man can provide for you, how can I say this, God? Please help me say it pretty. One second, babe, I'm almost finished. When a black man can provide for you, that gives his life purpose. I need you to feel me on this, God. I know I'm going to be late now. When a black man can provide for you in whatever way, emotionally, spiritually, blah, 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 you become his North Star. You become his reason. Does that make sense? You become why he's willing to work 3 shifts. You understand? You become his reason for not hanging out with the boys because he has a purpose now. You become his purpose. Just like we're made in the image and likeness of God. There's so much I want to share. I'll get into it another day. But what I need you to understand is that provision, his ability to provide, is not about money. It's not about power. It's about having a reason to be alive. And we don't hold it like that sometimes. We don't hold it like that. We hold it like a attack or a diminishment. But it's not. It's that when he can provide for you, you become his North Star. You become all his reasons. And that is what it means to him to provide. Now, even if you have more financial wealth than he does, you don't have to flex. I don't flex. I have more financial than most motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But I don't flex. I don't need to flex. Because whatever way he wants to provide for me, that is cherished. I know, baby. I know. I gotta go. Happy's telling me I gotta go because I have a 9 o'clock and Happy runs me. Okay. But sis, please, if you're fed by this word, please share it. It's an important word. I know it's short. I'm going to deep dive into it. I got to unpack it, but I need you to understand it so that you can start applying it. Okay. Let me hear from you. Let me know your thoughts. For all the brothers who are here, I love you. I love you, black man. And I thank God for you. Thank you for sticking it out with us. Okay. For all my allies, thank you for sharing. For all my fam, thank you for sharing. Thank you all for amplifying my voice so we can heal together and we can thrive separate and distinct from oppressive systems that require that we kiss ass in order for us to be well. And I'm not doing it. Honey, we will set ourselves free first. I promise you that shit. Okay? This is Dr. Venus, your hot mess millionaire. If you're fed by this word, if you found some value in it, please pay it forward. Sharing is an act of love. I need you to help me help us. Please. Okay? I love you, sis. Love you, bro. Love you, fam. Goodbye for now.